Freedom Under Law has expressed shock, saying it has little confidence in state prosecutors. Let's talk now to Justice Johann Kriegler, who's the group's chairperson, also a former Constitutional Court judge. It's great to have you. Thank you very much for being with us. It was on a Thursday in August where you said a range of things. You said this is a hunt, there's nothing to hunt. You said this is all politically motivated. You also said the charges against Ivan Pillay, Opa Magashula, and the finance minister were baseless. Did you think that it would come to this?
I didn't think so, although I feared that it may come to this because there were forces at play that I could not understand, either gross stupidity or bad faith.
You heard Shaun spell out the reasons why he has gone this route. It's interesting that he spent a large part of that news conference talking about the rogue spy unit, but then the charges had absolutely nothing to do with that. And you heard our reporter probing him on whether there was any financial benefit to Minister Gordhan. How strong do you think then, based on what you heard today, the case is that the Hawks have?
Could I just, by way of preface, say that I'm afraid I don't agree with Mr. Abrams that the days of lack of respect for the prosecuting authority are over. I think they are very much alive today, and I think he participated personally to a very large extent in losing such confidence as some people still had in him and his senior management. I've never expressed a lack of confidence in prosecutors. It's their boss that worries me and his assistants that worry me at that level. The prosecution should never have been made. I don't want to comment on the merits of the charge, but a prosecutor has discretion. A prosecutor must decide whether it is worthwhile prosecuting. A prosecutor must decide when and how to prosecute. And when you are dealing with our Minister of Finance, whose integrity is central to our creditworthiness, you don't go and issue a summons and have a policeman deliver it to him and go on a public TV show to broadcast it to the world at large.
How do you answer people then who say, but the minister is not above the law, that we're all equal in the eyes of the law, and he must go and answer?
Of course we're all equal before the law, and of course the minister isn't above the law. But people who say that don't understand what prosecutorial discretion is. The prosecutor must decide whether it is worthwhile prosecuting the Minister of Finance for an alleged misdemeanor crime, call it what you like, 6 years ago, in which he was not personally involved, he was only the minister and he was indirectly involved, in which he had no financial interest and in respect of which he has not been given an opportunity to explain. Just remember, fraud means you're a crook, and that's what he's charged with. The suggestion is he deliberately misled his own staff member. Now, that may or may not be proved in due course, but it's not the kind of charge a responsible prosecutor bandies about.
Well, let's examine the charge a little closer. Minister Gordhan says the content of the summons deals with administrative, not criminal matters. Shaun Abrams, again, was not talking about any financial benefit to the minister. It is likely, Justice, that other charges could be brought onto the charge sheet. The case could be expanded beyond what we heard today. But given the hinge and the pivot that Shaun Abrams spelled for us today, is it enough in your long experience in the courts to go to court with this matter as is? Are the Hawks playing a dangerous and expensive game?
I don't want to talk about the merits of the charge. I want to talk about the folly of bringing the charge against the minister. That's all I want to talk about. I think it was folly in the extreme, irrespective of the merits, on which I don't want to comment. The minister has commented very, very forcefully.
There is a lot of talk, and you have spoken about this before, about this being politically motivated. From your point of view, and we've had a number of people explain from their position how they've connected the dots in this regard. How are you connecting the dots in this regard?
I'm sorry. I do not say, and I have not said that it is politically motivated. I've said I don't know whether it is or isn't. I don't understand the motivation It is either in bad faith or in folly. That I do say. I don't want to connect dots. I'm not a speculator. I'm a lawyer, and I can say in terms of the law and the ethics of the profession of prosecutors, this was an unwise prosecution to bring.